We just shot a dude in the ass.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay. And we are live once again, Orlando, Florida, Orange County Convention Center, RoofCon number 5. I'm with my great friend Matthew Mulholland, my other friend Dan. How are you, brother? Matthew Danskin. Sorry, I told you I may not. My brain's kind of melting.
I get it.
Yeah.
That was that dyslexia.
Yeah.
Let's
Like backwards dicks.
something. I was
Yeah.
Matthew Danskin. Everyone
Where the
knows
tip is
Matthew.
on the inside.
Sorry, brother. But yeah, we're over here shooting shit in the ass or something. What?
We shot the shit out of somebody's ass. It was awesome.
I think I just had snot.
So,
out of my
so our
head.
hail gun
Yes.
is an acronym: shoot hail into things. SHIT.
Okay.
It's our shit cannon.
Shit
and it
cannon.
shoots hail into things. And we shot the shit at someone's ass with 2-inch hail. Solid.
Seriously?
Solid
Yeah.
ice balls.
Okay.
And at what would be considered terminal velocity, which is what Hague does in their laboratory testing, which I honestly think is bullshit. But that's what we shot it at, which is like 70 miles an hour. Pretty sure it was around 70. It might have been turned up just a little bit more than that. I don't know for sure, but
I would not have volunteered for that.
you know, I tried talking him out of it.
Can you name this individual? Okay.
Do you know his name?
Yeah, it's not a privacy thing. We just can't remember his name.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we really
Okay,
can't.
cool.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
guy with the big purple bruise.
Now,
on his
I've
butt.
seen his ass 5 times now, and I don't know his name.
Okay.
Is
Well,
that okay?
it sounds like a match. Yeah, his face and
I swiped right so many times.
or his ass and your face. It sounds like a match. I don't know.
way off the rails. Here.
Yeah. So did you get him to sign a waiver or
No,
he just volunteered?
we are definitely able to be sued in any moment.
Okay. Well,
He volunteered.
that's living on the edge. I love that,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
the way
can
we are.
respect that.
Yeah,
You
We
know.
got verbal consent on video.
a lot of it.
Well, there you go.
Are you sure you want to do this? Yeah. He even counted down
Really?
himself.
Nah, you don't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So,
So
let's,
we have a slow motion video of his ass compressing
Oh no.
and then
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back out
Really?
with ripples and waves.
that shit's gonna go viral.
We need that for the TikTok channel.
Yes.
I'm waiting for it to get emailed to me. The Wi-Fi's been a little bit weird, but
Mhm.
yeah, no, it's going. And we'll probably get banned from TikTok.
Yeah.
We could.
It is an ass cheek.
So be it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who cares? That makes it
We'll
even
say
better
that he's
story.
wearing a thong and then it's covered technically, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the rules.
Well, let's talk more about this hail cannon.
So the hail cannon
When
is
it's
used
not
to do
shoot-
some actual testing of
Yes.
real things,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
So we've been shooting watermelons.
Oh, cool.
Shooting at watermelons
Yeah.
with ice balls.
Not
Okay.
not we're not shooting watermelons out of it.
Mhm.
We're shooting ice into watermelons, which is pretty cool. It's honestly not as cool as it sounds. It's not like a Gallagher moment where it explodes.
Mhm.
We've been shooting TVs because we're professionals that are doing real science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can come over here if you want. And,
This would
Maybe
be great
when
to
we're
shoot at.
tearing down, that way
Okay.
we can just
Yeah.
throw these in the dumpster then when we're finished.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's handheld. We could totally actually do that.
Okay.
So don't threaten us with it.
Did you get tired of shooting shingles?
Yeah, a little bit. So we've got a bunch of old shingles there. We've had a lot of the manufacturers here actually bring us some roofing materials to shoot.
Cool.
We had one of the cool things that we got to shoot actual roofing materials for you actual contractors out there that care. There is, I don't remember the name of the product now. It's one of those roof
Stone-coated
rejuvenation
steel.
things.
Oh no, yeah, that one.
Forget what it's
Nano.
It has nano.
Something.
They've got nanoparticles in here that allow this concoction to grab hold of the granules and
Okay.
wrap itself around through surface tension chips. So,
Oh wow.
but they took these two shingle boards, one without any coating on it, and one with one coat of this,
Mhm.
and they normally coat it twice, but only one coat, and we shot both of them the hardest we could with our hail cannon. So we used spiky hail. I've got some spiky hail molds,
Yep.
and we shot it like somewhere between 200 and 250
Wow.
because at that range, I don't have any equipment that can actually measure the speed. So somewhere in there,
Mhm.
and we caused a dent in both the non-coated and the coated. And then I took a magnifying glass and not a glass, but a microscope.
Microscope.
We took a microscope. It has been a long day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we were able to observe that there was an actual fracture in the non-coated and no fracture, even though it was bent,
Yeah.
could not discern any actual visible fracture without sending it to a lab to be desaturated, where we'd probably find that it was.
Hmm.
But it kind of blew my mind. One coated this, and it was a very distinct difference between them. So
Really?
there's something to it. Now, one data point is not enough.
Yeah. That's what I
Hey.
was just thinking.
One is not enough. But besides that, we might do some more testing on
It's
that.
not
They might be sending these.
statistically significant.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct, John
Okay.
Kuntz.
What's your take on it?
My take is that the hail cannon is a lot of fun.
It is.
It's actually brought a lot of attention to the Building Experts Institute, for the people that are actually interested in what hail damage looks like and how it's happening, aside from just coming in after the storm and trying to piece together what was done by hail, what wasn't. I think a lot of people are interested from the intellectual side, but also it's just fun to see. It's like
Yeah.
a potato gun, see
Yeah.
something get smashed.
Yeah.
We have a ballistics gel human head back there, which we put a Hitler mustache on. So we were
then
killing
just-
Hitler,
Nice.
right? We
Okay.
shot him we put multiple 1-inch hailstones in, shot it like a shotgun at Hitler.
Good.
We shot Hitler today, and it was awesome, and it brought a crowd. And then we got to talk about
bet.
how they're taught bullshit. We spoke about in the Building Experts Institute breakout room
Okay.
on Thursday. We got to talk about how everything that you're taught about hail and wind is bullshit.
Okay.
And we went through all the different data and everything that's there.
Yeah, and I know you've been doing that for a while.
Right.
Right. So why would you bring something like that here? I'm just curious, just to for educational purposes.
Yeah, I mean, it's shocking.
I mean, I know
the-
why you
the
do it, but
cannon-
I want
yeah,
to hear you say it too.
Yeah, for the cannon, it's
Yeah.
spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
not doing science here at the
Not here.
conference
Right.
center.
Mhm.
It's spectacle. It's bring people in, and then now we can talk to them about the training and stuff.
Yeah.
that we provide.
Bring the awareness to what it is that you guys are doing.
If we can get
Yeah.
them to line up and pause for a second, actually watch what's going on, then while
Mhm.
we're getting it all set up, we can talk about what it is that we offer.
Yeah.
And the Building Experts Institute has a lot to offer, and we're giving away free access to it right now as well. So if you're watching this and you're at RoofCon, come over to, as soon as you walk in the doors, right there to the right, it's got the big cow with the giant ball sack. That's the Listen to Us Bull booth. Building Experts Institute is giant sign right up there. It's a fun booth. We do a lot of cool stuff over there, but come talk to us about what's in there. We'll give you free access to it. It'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. So what is it that you guys are doing? Because I know you're doing your thing now. Are you with him now, helping?
So BEI was actually started together with me and Matt and our other partner John.
Okay.
So that was after Matt left the National Claims Institute. I had been working with John for the last couple of years. Saw the incredible video production and editing and all that sort of stuff that he was capable of. I knew, like, I've got my areas of expertise, but I don't know everything. And I had this vision for being able to take experts like Matt that understand not only the technical things, but how to teach and how to organize information so that it's consumable, get John's video stuff and be able to put it together so that we have real professional development that goes beyond. There's a lot of cool stuff in our industry for sales and for marketing and management, and all that stuff is important, but there's almost no quality education for the, like, actually performing an inspection or understanding what's happening forensically on these claims. So the response that we've been getting is just incredible, because I think a lot of people who want to learn, who want to advance their careers are finally seeing that there's something there to do it.
Yeah.
Part of the problem with education in this industry, especially on the technical stuff like that, is that it's usually surface level and not much real knowledge given. So we took advantage of the fact that there was nothing out there, and we're giving as in-depth as you can get on these topics. So it's great for new guys because they become experts from day one. But it's great for the people that have been doing this for 20 years too, because there is a ton of nuggets in there. No,
Yeah.
we're still adding to it. The beauty of it being online, go at your own paces. We can add to it all we want. So we've got a course on there called Defeating Unethical Engineer Tactics. A lot of you guys are dealing with engineers out in the wilds today. There's a lot that you can do to protect yourself from unethical engineer behavior where they lie or they act outside their competency. You guys are dealing with that. They're being used to deny claims. There's a lot that you can do to make sure that that doesn't happen in the setup. And I forgot where I was going with that and why I brought it in, but no one's teaching that kind of stuff.
No.
You know, and there it needs to be taught because that's the biggest problem that we have. And so we have all this surface level stuff where people have learned from IAs and engineering firms that are only hired by carriers. I wonder if they're given biased information. We start to teach all the stuff that's missing from those that benefits policyholders as well. So it's super in depth. It's a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
We don't take ourselves too seriously. We shoot people in the ass every now and then.
No, and
It's
that's what I
great.
love about you guys. You're very intelligent. You're good at what you do, and you don't take yourself so damn serious like so many people do in this world and the industry. No, that's why I love you. Everybody that John and you guys are just, you're phenomenal. And I feel like there was somebody else too who used to, when we went down to Florida, I felt like you had another partner down there doing something else.
Is my Remington?
Maybe it might have been Remington.
Remington is.
Yeah, I saw him a couple times today.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like it was somebody else that maybe you were just hanging out with back then.
I mean, I had other
At
partners
TJ's.
at
Yeah, TJ's
TJ McCormick.
his that shingle ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
When we were down there, I
Where's
felt
the
like,
events and
Okay, so
stuff,
that
yeah.
was the National Claims Institute.
yeah.
That was a brick and mortar school that I was running.
Mm-hmm,
I did leave that last November,
mm-hmm.
and we started the Building Experts Institute.
Do you want me to tell you something?
Uh-huh.
When I found out that there was a breakup there, I don't know which way it went. I'm just going to call it the breakup. I think I reached out to you or I spoke to you about something. I was picking your brain about like, what are you going to do next, Matthew? What are you going to do next? Because I was willing to find you another place to have a school so you could continue to keep doing what you were
Really?
doing. Yeah. I just wanted you to know that. Not, yeah, and you didn't blow me off, but you were like, no, I found a place, I'm good. And I might have briefly started to insinuate because I was like, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Because I felt like that was so important. What you were doing there,
Yeah.
I felt like was that important that I thought like this fucking dude needs a school to do this at.
Well, right now we
That was
have an
probably-
online school.
I had probably gotten in his ear before that happened.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to him first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
maybe.
beat you.
Yeah, something. No, it's okay.
Oh, there's the in-person stuff had a lot of difference to it.
Mhm.
You could feel and touch and understand a little bit better. I do miss the in-person portion of that.
Yeah.
So potentially we might end up talking about it anyway.
Yeah.
But you brought up National Claims Institute. We haven't made the announcement yet, but we've actually acquired the National Claims Institute
Really?
in the last few days.
Okay. Good for you
So-
guys. No wonder you're so happy and chipper
Yeah.
and shooting people in the ass with hail guns. and
We're
stuff.
having a
You're
great time.
celebrating, right? Yeah. Good stuff. Okay. Is that why you guys wanted to do a live to let everybody know that, or just
No, I mean, we want people to know about what we're having fun with the hail cannon and know more about the Building Experts Institute. Acquiring the National Claims Institute isn't going to make waves in what we do.
Yeah.
It was a brick and mortar, and that location isn't there anymore. I don't
Okay.
think we're going to do that again.
Mhm.
But there were a few things that were IP that we taught at National Claims Institute that now we'll be able to teach at the Building Experts Institute.
Nice.
So, and with the real thing that mattered to me and the reason we did this though, we had a certification at the National Claims Institute. It was the NCI roof inspector certifications. We had one for asphalt shingles, for specialty roof systems, and for low slope roof systems.
Okay.
And we had a lot of people that came in and they spent 5 days with us and they took a test and they got a certification that actually meant something.
Mhm, mhm.
And to allow that to just disappear, because National Claims Institute was going to shut down. We didn't want that to happen.
Mhm.
So acquiring National Claims Institute, Building Experts Institute can now honor that certification and keep it
Awesome.
running.
Oh, I love that.
So any of you out there that have a National Claims Institute certification, we're going to be reaching out to you very soon and get you a Building Experts Institute certificate to replace it.
I love that. Good stuff. So what's the easiest way to get a hold of you guys if somebody listening wants to get a hold of you guys?
Crap, I don't know what the easiest-
buildingexperts.institute
Oh,
is the website.
Yeah,
that
that'll work.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Unless
we've
you
got
wanna
our
give
we've
everybody-
got our chat and our phone number and our email and everything on
And-
there as well.
Okay.
I was about to give out my cell phone number.
Why not?
Live.
Call 'em.
That way that dude who you shot in the ass, his attorney, will be able to get a hold of you quicker.
Yeah, I'm not going to give out that cell phone anymore.
I love
I
it.
told him he has a whole nother cheek he needs to set up for tomorrow. So
Okay.
we still have to
Well,
shoot something.
let us know. We'll get a flight camera down there and we'll make this shit go by.
That would be awesome.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think will actually get him to do the other cheek.
Okay. I'm in.
As
Well,
long as he doesn't have to sleep on it tonight and realize that it's terrible.
yeah. Hopefully he gets drunk enough or something where he
We're
doesn't
gonna get
even
him very
realize it. Okay. There you go.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
good stuff, guys. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I think we're closing up here, not intentionally, but I think the expo floors
Yeah.
closing
Wrapping
up.
up.
Yeah. So thank you, guys. I love what you guys do, and thank you, everyone that is listening and participating. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good night.
Thanks, Ty.
Yep. Thank you.